Yo! Let's give it a couple of minutes and we'll see if we get some people in here. Dude, I haven't done this for a while. Feels like days, feels like weeks I haven't done this for. Let's see if we get some people in here. Dude, I got a whole bunch of boxes to open up. Whole bunch of shit. A lot of stuff from New York Comic Con. I actually picked up the collector's edition figures, which I've been meaning to pick up. I know I said in the Discord I wasn't going to pick this up. So, yo, what's up, Same Time? What's up, Shane? Dude, I picked up the collector's editions of the Space Marine 2 figures from JOYTOY when I was at New York Comic Con. So I know that they... Well, actually, I should probably cut this off because this is super glary. But I picked these up. I already have the 3 non-collector's editions. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a contest when I'm at Legion's Con. And we'll do a giveaway for those figures. So I'm going to keep the collector's edition figures. So, but I got these figures. And then I also picked up... This is the 3rd one. And then I also picked up this, which in person, this is definitely the best looking Contemptor Dreadnought. Now I know that the Alpha Legion one, which I have, which I still haven't opened up, is probably a contender, but this is amazing too. Yo, what's up, Cyber? Yeah, keep me going while I drive. Oh god, dude, you have to drive so far, dude. That sucks. Yeah, man. We'll keep it on here. So I picked up this and the 3 collector's edition Space Marine figures, which I've been meaning to pick up. So this is awesome. Again, the last time I did a live was from New York Comic Con, and I was shocked that JOYTOY was there. I didn't think JOYTOY was going to be there. So the fact that they were there with, dude, first of all, the fact that they were even there blew me away. The fact that they had product to sell was awesome, and they were right behind the Games Workshop guys, which was awesome, dude. So, yo, what's up, Lone? Yo, Lone, you're gonna be happy, man. Did you see the? So first of all, if you guys haven't seen, I put up a couple days ago the video of me at New York Comic Con. So, dude, it was crazy being in that Grey Knight cosplay. It was insane. I actually have this dude. I was at Comic Con for 4 days. First time I've ever been to New York Comic Con, and just the first day I didn't go in cosplay because I wanted to see what it was like. And then after that, after the first day, the next 2 days, Friday and Saturday, which are the biggest days apparently. That's the 2 days I got set up in the cosplay. Now, when I went on Thursday, the first day, I went to the Games Workshop area and I was blown away. That's when I live streamed from there, and I saw that the JOYTOY area was there. I didn't tell them that I was going to come the next day in cosplay. So, dude, when I wearing that thing, I know I said I wore it for 12 hours, and I think I wore it for 7. I think I wore it for 7 hours each day. I didn't want to take it off. It was so much fun, dude. It was like, you're not allowed to have that much fun. You're not supposed to have that much fun. If you guys ever have the opportunity to do something like that, like, I am really looking forward to Halloween, because I'm gonna walk around and do trick-or-treating with my kids wearing that Grey Knights cosplay. I don't care. And then I'm gonna go to Legion's Con. And dude, I'm looking forward to going to Legion's Con because I get to wear the outfit again, dude. It's so crazy, dude. And then I didn't have any issues with the outfit other than the eyes didn't light up because I have a short. So one of the eyes lit up, one of them didn't. So I didn't turn the eyes on because of that. But the sword lit up great. The outfit looked amazing. When I was talking to the Games Workshop guys who were there, they were like, "This is the best Grey Knight cosplay we've ever seen," and they're like, "This is one of the best Space Marine cosplays we've ever seen because the proportions are correct." Like, I know I'm not like 7 feet tall. I was like 6'3", 6'4" in the outfit. I know, like, I'm wearing power armor. I wasn't wearing Terminator armor. If I was wearing Terminator armor, like, or if I was wearing Dreadnought armor, I would wear stilts. But because I was wearing power armor, I felt I could get away with being 6'4". Plus the Grey Knights are not Primaris Marines, so maybe they're a little bit shorter in power armor anyway. But they said the proportions are the best that they've ever seen. And I agree with them. Like, looking, I'll be completely honest, I think I looked amazing. I think that the cosplay, like, absolutely amazing. CG Armors, who made the cosplay for me, I paid a lot of money for it. They did an amazing job. So I was super happy with that. And then the Games Workshop guys who were running the booth, they had so much. They had a large booth. They had so much stuff. They were in cosplay too. They were wearing, one was an Inquisitor and one was an AdMech. So that was awesome. I got a bunch of pictures with them. And then they interviewed me. The manager Ryan for North America interviewed me, and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna interview you. I'm gonna take some pictures. We want to put this on the community page. Are you okay with that?" And I'm like, "Are you serious? Of course I'm okay with that." So he interviewed me. We were talking about a whole bunch of stuff. I explained to him a huge Grey Knights. I'm wearing Blood Angel stuff, I know. So Shane is probably super happy right now, but I'm wearing my Blood Angel stuff, which I'm a huge Blood Angel fan. But yeah, dude, it was insane. It was absolutely insane. And then at the con, they had, you saw me post the picture of the huge Ultramarine Terminator statue, and I was just like, you know what, that's actually a good spot for me to stand. I'll stand there. And then I just was like, well, how am I going to stand? I'm like, all right, well, let me just put my sword in front of me. So I put my sword in front of me, and I just was standing there. I was like, well, I'm just not going to move for a little bit. And people thought I was a statue, because what was happening was people would walk by and they would see the huge statue. And then if you look at the pictures, I look like I'm the right size to be near a Terminator, right? Like I look like I was part of the display, essentially. And so people would just walk by, they'd look at the display, they'd look at me, and they would keep walking. And then I would notice that in the helm. So I would just move a little bit, and they would freak out. Everybody would start freaking out, and they're, oh my god, I didn't. And then they would stop, and then they would take like tons and tons of pictures. We had people who were coming and taking tons of pictures. I literally stood in front of that statue, no joke, at least 10 hours over the course of 2 days. It was crazy, dude. And then anytime I walked around, like literally my entire Comic-Con for those 2 days was me standing there or me just walking around. And I was completely fine with that. I did not walk over to any other vendors. I didn't go to any of the other shows that they had going on. They had like arcade machines, they had Street Fighter stuff. I really didn't even get to see the Mondo Man-at-Arms figure, which I'm gonna get. But I didn't even see it in person. I caught the Street Fighter Alpha figures, but like, dude, I was glued to the Games Workshop in the JOYTOY area, and I was in my cosplay. And then, like I said, the only time I moved was to move out to the big thoroughfare in the middle. And then like people were mobbing me for pictures, asking me for pictures constantly, which was super cool because, you know, I mean, come on, who's not gonna, like, I'm walking around in this Grey Knight outfit and I'm like, oh. People were just like, they're like over the moon. They've never seen anything like this. So that was really cool. And then the other thing was, is some people, a lot of people, I would say like 50% of the people who were there knew that I was from Warhammer. And I would say the other 50% were like, didn't know what I was from, or they thought I was from Fallout, right? They thought I was the power armor from Fallout. So that was interesting. So I got to explain to them that, and then I threw a ton of traffic over to the Warhammer area, because as I was walking, people were asking me for pictures, but I was trying to go to a certain area to take pictures because of the way the lighting was coming in. And so I was like, listen, I'm like, I had my helmet off, and I'm like, I'm not gonna take pictures now, but if you go over to the Warhammer area, I'll be there taking pictures later. So we had to, it was insane. And my brother-in-law, who went with me for the 4 days, he's been to Comic-Con before, and so he took pictures the whole time. I didn't even know he was taking pictures. When I got back home, I looked at my camera and I was like, oh my god, I have so much footage. And that's what I made that video from, thank god. And he took video and everything. And then He was giving me water, dude. I didn't sit down for those 2 days, dude. I'm not kidding. I did not sit down. My shoulders, because the suit didn't weigh that much, but my shoulders were on fire from those 2 days when I was doing that. So, but it was a blast. It was so much fun. There's so much, like I said, I could go on and on and on about my experience at Comic-Con, but just for what I wanted to do, and the fact that I was able to do it was awesome. Like, I wanted to go there in the cosplay, and I wanted to walk around and experience Comic-Con like that. And so the fact that I was able to do that and have a blast doing it was amazing. That was the most fun. The Friday when I was Saturday when I was walking back to the hotel, I was so sad because I knew I had to take off the outfit, and I was in so much pain. My shoulders were on fire. I had to go to the bathroom. I needed more water and I needed food because I didn't eat or drink when I was in the outfit. And I still didn't want to take it off. I was like, I'll get a second wind. And my brother-in-law was like, you're going to die. You have to take it off. And I didn't want to take it off. But we got back to the hotel. Walking through New York City, and you know, I work in New York City and I've been in New York City, but walking through the city wearing the outfit and the helmet was insane. So, but anyway, that's kind of the story. If you guys want more, you can take a look at the video. You can see what I experienced and what it was like at Comic-Con. Like I said, I'm sure that Warhammer, the folks at Warhammer, will have a piece up on the official website, or I don't know if it's gonna be in the White Dwarf magazine. Either way, it'll be something that's on there. But either way, I picked up some fun stuff. They didn't have anything new at the JOYTOY booth. The newest stuff that they had was the Iron Warrior figures. They had Angeron. They did have Angeron on display, and they had him for sale. They had the Imperial Knight. They had a Nemesis Dreadnought there, and like I said, they had this. They had nothing crazy new. Like I said, the newest thing was Angeron that they had there, which is really cool. And then, like I said, I picked up the collector's editions figures, so that was awesome. I was super glad to pick up that. But we're not going to open up these tonight. Maybe we'll open up these, but the other thing was I got some boxes. Dude, I have so much stuff coming, dude. I just got the shipping notice from LT Cave that I'm getting the House Raven Knight, the Imperial Knight. Oh shit, it's shipped. So I'll probably be getting it in a week or two, which is going to be another monster box to open up. So I'll be getting that soon. We'll do an unboxing on that. But I also got these two other boxes, and I've got a ton more stuff coming in. So we'll see. I don't think we're going to do this opening tonight. Maybe we'll open this, and maybe I'll open the other. Maybe we'll do this because Lone's in here. Maybe. What do you think, Lone? Should I open up this, and I have one more Thousand Sun to open up, another Terminator, and then maybe we'll put Magnus out. Maybe we'll do Magnus in them tonight, or we're gonna open up. Well, we're gonna open up this box. This came from Hasbro Pulse, so this is the. Well, I'm not gonna tell you what it is. We're gonna open this up, and you guys will see what's in here, and then we'll leave this box to last. I got this. This is from BigBadToyStore. So we'll open up this too. And then the final box, which is, it's deceiving because it's so small compared to the other stuff, but it's heavy. Anybody who's a JOYTOY fan knows what could possibly be in here. So this came, what, yesterday? So this is all of the new figures. So in here is like Cypher, the Blood Angel figures that we ordered, the new batch of Blood Angel 40K figures. So that's what's in here. So we're gonna open up these, but first we're gonna open up the Hasbro Pulse box because I've been meaning to get this. Once I saw that this was available, I knew that I wanted this. And Badass Toys Reviews, Carlos, once I saw him buy it, I had already ordered mine, but once I saw him order it and buy it, I knew I had to have it 100%. So this one is super cool. This is, now granted, it's not Warhammer, right? But the cool thing about it is it fits perfectly in, right? Because This is going to be, I'll just say it's going to be one of my Chaos. I guess this could fit with Zeech, right? Lone, you're going to have to tell me where I can fit this in with my collection. But once I saw this, I knew I had to have it, just because, I'm going to give it away a little bit here. You're going to see it here in any minute, but I used to play the game, and when I didn't really play this character, but when I saw that this was available, dude, oh my god, I had to have this. So this is going to be, I know that this is, so, what is this called? Gargantos? This was not Gargantos from what I remember. This was Shuma Gorath, right? And this was a Doctor Strange enemy, and this character was in Marvel Superheroes, the beat 'em up by Capcom back in the day. Now they transferred him over to, and all of the characters with pixel art, they transferred him over to the X-Men vs. Street Fighter, and then what they do, Marvel vs. Capcom, etc. So all of those figures, they added, let me get this box over here. They added him over to it. So let me bring the camera over a little bit closer so you guys can see. I think that'll be good. Yeah. So I know that Carlos from Badass Tours Reviews just did a review on this figure a couple weeks ago. And you can check him out because his review is awesome. But this, I want this to go with my Zeech. I think this is going to be Zeech. I think I'm going to stick with this with Thousand Suns. What do you think, Lone? Do you think this will be good representative of a Zeech, a Zeech demon? I think so. I think this is going to be really cool. Yeah, it's definitely to Zeech. So I'm going to open this up because once I saw that this was available from Hasbro Pulse, I knew I had to have this. So we're going to open this up, and then we'll put this, maybe we'll do that today. Maybe I'll unbox this stuff just to show you what was in the boxes, and then we'll actually open up this, and then we'll open up the Terminator, or the Contemptor Dreadnought, sorry, from the Thousand Suns. Oh my god, look at this. So this is what's super cool with this one. I'm going to bring the camera closer too. What's super awesome about this is these are all bendy wires for this dude. Bring the camera closer. So these are all, dude, these are all bendy wires. Look at this. So he comes with, this is everything in the package, right? And these are, oh man, yeah, these are very rubbery. Oh, these are so cool. And these are all bendy. Oh, dude, these are so cool. This is gonna make a perfect demon figure, dude. Actually, let me turn on the light. I see it's actually, well, yeah, it's not too bad. But this looks awesome, dude. It looks terrible on camera that I'm showing it like this, but these so he's got 6 of these, and these are all bendy. Oh, dude, these feel really good too. See, that's the thing with the Warhammers, with 40K and JOYTOY, is the Space Marine figures sell so well, we don't get any demons, right? The closest we're getting is like Angron here, right? Which is awesome. And then I have to buy the Diablo figure in the back for another demon. But for Zeech and stuff like that, we don't have anything like this. So this ball I saw on Badass Toy Reviews. So what this is in the video game when you're playing it, one of his moves is he actually turns into this, and he like flies across, well, not flies across the room, but you can cover different lengths of the floor with pressing, I think it's half circle and punch, and a quarter circle and punch, backwards or forwards, I forgot what it was. But with light punch, it travels higher and a shorter distance, and then medium and fierce punch, it's going to travel farther. So this is what he transforms into. But this is cool. Nice and spiky. This is awesome. So then we got his head, and this is pretty light. Oh man, his eyeball is cool looking though. Very cool. Oh, I'm really glad I picked this up. This was, I think this was 60. And I don't know, if you guys are interested in picking this up, I would 100% pick it up ASAP, because this is the type of figure that is gonna sell out, and they're not gonna make more of these. I don't think so. This is from the Gamerverse line. I think this is awesome, dude. I think this is a perfect addition to the collection. I think this is awesome. What would have been cooler though is Shumagarath in the Marvel versus, well, at least in Marvel superheroes, he was purple and pink. Can you imagine him being purple and pink right now? Lone, that would be perfect for the Thousand Sons. 1000% perfect. But this is awesome, dude. I'm so happy I picked this up. Especially after I saw Carlos's review on this. I was like, from Badass Reviews, I was like, I absolutely have to have this. So thank goodness I had already ordered it. I ordered this on Hasbro Pulse. Again, I think it was 60 bucks, $59.99. But I'm super, super happy I picked this up. I'll pick up random figures like this that are kind of, they fit the mold of what I need for 40K. But this is awesome. So we're going to throw, I don't think that there is, I think they're all the same. I think so. I mean, it didn't come with directions. Oh yeah, these fit right in. Oh yeah. Wow, look how big this is. Holy shit. This is actually really big. But JOYTOY, we need some more like demon figures. That's the one. They're making so many Space Marine figures, but we need some demon figures, dude. Like, or aliens or something. Because we have so many. We have so many Space Marine figures. Granted, they, like, those are the figures that sell, so they're smart from that perspective. They're making sure that they're selling, or they're making enough of the Space Marine figures for everybody to buy. But yeah, this is so cool. So this is, man, he's gonna be really big. So he's definitely gonna be going with my Thousand Sons display with Magnus and everything like that. Like I said, can you imagine though if this was the color of the Marvel Superheroes version of him? That would be absolutely perfect. Dude, this thing is huge. Wow. Look at the size of this. Holy shit. Look at that. Dude, this thing is freaky. This is freaky, man. Oh my god, this could be a Halloween display. This decoration, dude, this is crazy. Oh yeah, and you can turn his limbs 360. So even though I have the clutching ends of his limbs here, I can easily put, oh, you know what? I think that the clutching is like his feet. Let me see if I can take this off. Oh, I can't take it off. Alright, whatever. No big deal. But this looks so cool. Dude, this thing is humongous! And so you can get the bendy wires. Oh my god. This is 1,000. This oh my god. This is absolutely a Zeech monster. Oh my god, this is cool, dude. This is eye move? I don't think it's eye moves. Oh, it does move. Oh, look at that. You can actually move his eye. So on the inside, you can move his eye around. So that's cool. Let me move the camera closer. Alright. There we go. So yeah, dude. Dude, this thing is crazy looking. Look at that. It's huge. Huge. So this is cool. So I picked this. Again, I didn't get this from Comic-Con. I probably could have. Oh, does he blink? Oh, and his eye blinks. Oh, this is cool. Dude, this guy is freaky. Again, I know him from a Marvel Superheroes game from years and years ago. But this is, dude, he's so huge. Absolutely huge. So this is perfect. This is definitely going to be going as a Zeech Demon in my Thousand Sons display. This is going to be perfect. So he's awesome. So we'll put him up here for now. And we'll take down my bag. By the way, this is an awesome bag. I got more. I will show you some of the other stuff I bought too, because I bought a couple of things from the Warhammer area. So there he is. So he's hanging up. Yeah, I'll move this over just a little bit so you can see. There it is. Not going to see anger on too much, but that's okay. And then we got another box. So this is from BigBadToyStore. Ooh, we forgot his little ball things. Put this here for now. Very cool. And then we got from BigBadToyStore another box. So this is going to play into my other line that I'm picking up. By the way, I'm going to pick up the JOYTOY Ninja Turtle Party Wagon because I was collecting the Ninja Turtles figures from was it Super 7, the Ultimates, and they came out with that Party Wagon a couple of years ago. I originally was going to get it, but then when I did like the purge of my collection, I decided not to get it. So this is the Ryu figure from Street Fighter Alpha. So I have him and I have Ken, and I'm going to do a normal review on all of these figures. So I have these two figures. I'm a huge fan of Street Fighter Alpha, and so these are going to be part of my collection. For me to buy something else, it has to really like resonate with me, and I'm not buying things that are just going to sit in boxes. So these are going to come out of the boxes. I have a couple other figures from Storm Collectibles. These are from Storm Collectibles. I didn't like the Jada figures at all. I thought that, I don't know, I didn't like the way those figures looked. I love the Storm Collectibles figures. So we got Ryu and Ken, and I got I think it's Sagat, Dan, and Charlie on pre-order. So we'll get all of those. So let's see. I think I need this in the new Punisher. Love how expressive he is. Yeah, dude. That's Shuma Garath. I'll call him Shuma Garath. I'm not going to call him Gargantos because that's what I know him as. But that figure is awesome, dude. I wasn't expecting him to be that big, and especially the bend. Once I knew that they were going to be bendy wires on him, oh my god, so awesome. But we have these two figures, and we'll do a full review video on. I'll probably do it on Ken and Ryu, and then I'll wait till once I get Charlie and Dan and Sagat to do the next review. So we'll open up the JOYTOY box last, but I'll show you a couple more of the things that I got from New York Comic Con. So I picked this up. I'm a Masters of the Universe Man-at-Arms fan, so I picked this up from Comic Con. This is the bump. So what I wind up doing is all of the Man-at-Arms figures, because Man-at-Arms was the first figure I got as a kid of anything that I can remember. So I buy any Man-at-Arms figure within reason that I can come across. So they've come out with a whole bunch of Man-at-Arms figures. So we bought this one. I think this was like 40 bucks though, dude. And so for a regular Masters of the Universe buck, that's pretty expensive for this, but I had to have this. So this is cool. And then from the Warhammer store, I bought one of their Warhammer pins. They have a Purity Seal pin, but this one, let me take this off the plastic so you guys can see. But they had sold out by the time that I realized that they had a Purity Seal pin. By the way, the company that makes my patches, I gotta send out the patches to you guys too, the Purity Seal patches. But the company called Patch Panel that makes my patches for me, they do a limited run of other Purity Seals, and they just came out today with them. I think they're 18 bucks, and they're the same high quality patches. So if you guys are interested, it's only for a very limited time. Go to Patch Panel right now and purchase. They have a Chaos patch, which is actually pretty big. It's bigger than my Purity Seals. But they have a Chaos one, it's not Purity Seal, but it's the Chaos Seal. And then they have, I think it's version 8 or 9 of their Purity Seals. So if you guys are interested, definitely go to Patch Panel and check that out. But I picked up a patch or a pin from the Warhammer booth, and they had a Purity Seal pin, but I didn't realize that they had that, so I didn't get that. And then because Lone Sea, I'm gonna start doing painting streams, I needed this. Okay, I have paints, I have brushes, I have minis, but I actually painted my first mini. If you watch that video from Comic-Con, I actually painted my first mini. So when I was painting it, and I'll show you here in a second what I painted, I was using this, and I'm like, oh, I don't have that. So I need to pick that up. I got more glue, more Citadel glue, and then here's my mini. And then the guy was so nice who was helping me. I think his name was Jess. So this is my mini. Granted, I know that it's not the greatest, but hey, it's a start, right? So this is my mini. He showed me the technique, and I think it looked pretty good. I know we're not getting a lot of the light on here, but I painted Dreadnought silver first for the base. Then I went over with a light blue, and then I dry brushed it with the silver again on top of the blue. So, and we got a little bit of like a glowing, like Dreadnought bluish armor. So this is the start. So I will start painting more. Maybe we'll do one tomorrow night. I have my daughter's birthday in the city tomorrow. I'll see if I can get home and we'll bust out some of the miniatures, because he gave me another model. He gave me another model to paint. He's like, here, take this. So we have another model to paint. So we'll start doing this upload, so you'll be happy. So, bro, are you work? Why are you work? Who is saying that? Oh my god. Bro Master, what's going on, dude? Yo, what's up, Chris? Bro, why are you There's no way I'm broke. No way, man. So again, so we got this, we got 2 miniatures, we got 1 mini to paint, and I gotta finish up painting this one because I did not finish the base of this. But we're gonna start doing some painting streams. So Lone, you will be happy. Dude, I have so many miniatures to paint. Especially Dreadnought ones. So I want to get good at this. So we'll start doing some painting streams maybe tomorrow night, depending on what time I get back from taking my daughter. We're going to go into New York City. We're taking her to the American Girl store. So my son is so happy. Once we get back from that, maybe we'll do this, or we'll do tomorrow night, we'll do a Space Marine 2 stream, because I haven't streamed Space Marine 2. I got to still finish up Battle Sector, and then I want to start streaming the Grey Knights in Cascade Demon Hunter. Alright, so that is really the stuff that I got from Comic-Con. Alright, we'll put these back in here. And now we'll open up, well, I'm going to show you first something. This is really the only damage that happened to my cosplay while I was there, and I'll show you kind of what happened. So these are the boots, and if you guys remember, we did a stream where I put the rubber on the bottom of this. So clearly the rubber came off. So the rubber treads that I had glued onto the bottom here fell off. Okay. So I contacted CG Armors, and they gave me some instructions to better do that. So we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna glue the bottoms on because I want to walk around with them. And then one of these stayed on. So one of the flaps stayed on, but the only other problem is I got a little bit of scuffage on the front of the boot there. So I ordered some paint, so I'm gonna paint and fix this, and then I'll fix the bottoms here so this stuff stays on. But that's really the only damage to the cosplay that I got when I was there. Other than I gotta fix the lenses to make sure, because I gotta make them light up, because that's the only thing I didn't do when I was at Comic-Con, which I think would have looked absolutely awesome if I would have had the lights working. But yeah, so that's really the only thing that I had to do. So here is what everybody, I know everybody on the stream wants to see this. So this is the box from LT Cave. So this is all the new stuff. All the new stuff. Finish him. I need that paint recipe. Yeah, you could. I'll show you exactly what they showed me. Let's see these toys. Yeah, what's up, War Chest? So these are the new ones that just came out. These were, I guess it's July the pre-orders went up for these. So, and it's so funny how they ship everything. These actually, this is the first time they actually came FedEx. Normally they don't come like this. So we got, oh man, yeah. Oh, look at this, dude. I'll take off the plastics so that are easier to see, so it doesn't glare as much. So we got Cypher. This one is awesome, dude. Now I'm not collecting Dark Angels, so he's going in the Black Legion, he's going in the Chaos Legion display, because I'm not collecting Dark Angels, even though I have, what do I have? The Lion, I have the Chapter Master Lazarus, and I have two of the Terminators, Deathwing Terminators. So this, I guess I should probably stick him in there because he's the same color, but I don't know. To me, he's Chaos. So, and then we got, we'll take the plastic off of this. We'll move this over here so you guys can see. So we got Cypher, and then we got, this is cool. I know that if Shane's still in here, this is awesome. So we got more. The rest of these I think are all Blood Angels. So I picked the shirt correctly tonight. So let's see. So we got the Blood Angel Captain, right? And we got a spot in the display right here where these guys are gonna go. So we got the Blood Angel Captain. So we got Cypher, the Blood Angel Captain, and then we got, there's a lot of stuff that came. It's funny too, because these boxes that they send are so like deceptive. I'm like, oh, we got like 3 figures. No, I got like 6 figures. So this one is, I think this is the jump pack. No, this is the Captain with Inferno pistol. So this is another Blood Angel figure. This looks, dude, I cannot wait to open these up. Maybe tomorrow, you know what we'll do? We'll do a half painting stream tomorrow night, and we're gonna open these up and put them in display. Tonight we'll do the Thousand Suns, and we'll put them up on the display. And so, yeah, dude, wow. The rest of these are all Blood Angels. All Blood Angels. So this one is Sanguinary Guard 2. So we got 2. These were the 2 Sanguinary Guard figures that we got. So this is Sanguinary Guard 2. Starting Magnus 1000 cos, dude, some of the cosplays that were there, I think the best other 40k cosplay that I saw was the Kriegsman. In my video, you'll see me standing next to him. The Emperor of Mankind came over, which was crazy too. But the Kriegsman, oh my god, dude, one of the best cosplays. I just, dude, amazing, absolutely amazing. In that video, you guys see the pictures of him. So we got Sanguinary Guard 2, and then we got obviously Sanguinary Guard 1. So we're definitely gonna do a stream tomorrow night when I get back, and we're gonna open these up, and we're gonna put these in display behind me in the spot that I have open. So we got, oh, Sanguinary Guard 3. Did I not get Sanguinary Guard 1? What the hell? Sanguinary Guard 2, Sanguinary Guard 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm missing. What the hell? Did I not order? Oh, I'm gonna kill myself if I didn't order it. I thought I ordered all 3 of them. Wasn't it? Didn't it? They must have come out with 3. How did I not order the 3 of them? That doesn't make any sense. Unless they didn't. No, I gotta look at the order sheet, what I did there. And then we got the Blood Angel Sanguinary Priest. So apparently I'm stupid, and I didn't order the other Sanguinary Guard. Shit. So we only got 1 and 2. We only got 2 and 3, and I have to look back at my order and see if I ordered 1. What the hell? Anyway, so well, either way, tomorrow night we'll do an unboxing of all of these figures, and we'll do an unboxing of Cypher. But I'm gonna have to look at my order and see what's going on with that. So I thought I ordered all 3. I'm gonna be so angry if I forgot to order that. So, man. So we got the 3. Well, we got 1, 2. What do we got? We got 1, 2, 3 and Cypher Falls. So I got 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm missing 1 Sanguinary Guard. Sanguinary Guard 1. I could have sworn that I ordered him. Now I want to like look. You are guard short. You have to put... Yeah, dude. Worcester killing me. Dude, I'm actually kind of pissed, man. I'm supposed to have 6 of these. 6 are supposed to go... Well, 6 wouldn't fit in there. Yeah, I have to figure that out. Oh, man, one of my Terminators fell. I didn't realize that. One of my Blood Angel Paladins fell. I'll get him back there. There we go. But yeah, so we'll open up all of these tomorrow night. All of these Blood Angel figures. And we'll open up Cypher also. And we'll put him in the Chaos. In the Chaos display for now with the Black Legion. And then when we get to the Lion and the other Dark Angels figures, we'll put them out. So yeah, so that's cool. I have to check my listing later and see what's going on with that. I mean, might as well open up these ones too really quick from the plastic, and then we're gonna open up that Contemptor Dreadnought of the Thousand Suns. But yeah, there was a Kriegsman, there was a full family dressed as the Astra Militarum, which was awesome. That was really cool seeing that. What's up, Falling? What's going on, dude? So they had a dude. So here's the collector's edition. I know I said I wasn't gonna get these, but when I saw them there, I was like, shit. I'm like, I gotta buy something from JOYTOY because they're here, right? I have to support them. I was like, you know what? I'll buy the collector's edition. And then I saw the actually the first one I bought was that Contemptor Dreadnought. They only had 2, and I was like, that's gonna go quick. Like seeing that in person, when I open it up, you'll see what I mean. But that, man, the pictures do not do that Contemptor Dreadnought justice. That is outside of, like, I know the Alpha Legion, people say the Alpha Legion one is awesome, which I have, which I still have to open up. But I think, man, that Thousand Suns Contemptor Dreadnought, probably the best looking Dreadnought. Probably the best looking Contemptor Dreadnought in the 30K line that they've come out with. That thing looks insane. So here we go. So these are the 3 collector's edition figures. Again, I got the normal versions of this, and so I guess probably when I go to Legions Con, which I'm getting dressed up in the cosplay again, I can't wait. We're gonna do a giveaway on the original 3, and these 3 I'm gonna keep. So we'll give away the other 3 that I have, which are the standard ones, and we'll do like some kind of a contest for those 3. So we got a bunch of stuff to open tomorrow. We'll do that, but for right now, we're gonna do this one. We're gonna do the Contemptor Dreadnought of the Thousand Suns. And yeah, dude, Primarch Lone, you need to do a cosplay of the Thousand Suns, dude. The day that I left, Sunday, it figures, is the day like most of the other cosplays for 40K went there. There was a dude who was dressed up, I believe he was a 30, I think he was, I want to say he was a Thousand Suns cosplay, but he also, his cosplay was also made by CG Armors. So that was really cool, but I missed him. I didn't see him. I saw him in pictures later on. So, but here we go. This is the Contemptor Dreadnought of the Thousand Suns. This thing looks incredible, dude. Absolutely incredible. Psyker Dreadnought sounds sick. Yeah, dude. 100, dude. Again, I saw this when it first came out on the pictures, and I was like, eh. It looks like a Christmas display. Like the reds look, it looks like this guy. The colors look like they can be like part of a Christmas display. So I kind of just was like, eh. But then I saw him in person at the at Comic-Con. They had him out on display. I was like, you know what? Let me support JOYTOY for being here. Let me buy something else. So, oh man, dude, absolutely awesome. So we're gonna keep, just like normal, we keep the box and we throw away the guts. So we're gonna keep the plastic. I'll leave this here on this. We'll keep the cardboard rather, and we'll get rid of the plastic. And then he has actually a really interesting other hand. This is what's so cool, dude. opening these JOYTOY figures, I say it every time. It's literally a joy to open these figures because there's no extra things to have to like mess around with. Look at this, dude. And then the shiny reds on this. Oh my god, so cool. And then look at the, I guess that's a scimitar. Oh, and the joints are awesome. And all his fingers are articulated. Very cool. And you can see the scimitar. What, Lone, you can help me out here. What is this technically called? Because this looks like a scimitar that is attached, a power scimitar? A power blade scimitar? What is that? What is the correct terminology? Because no other legion has these type of looking, the curved blades, as far as weapons on their dreadnoughts. Because on the, and we'll take the Blood Angel one out here in a second. The Blood Angel one definitely does not have any kind of weapons like that. The Blood Angel one has jetpacks on his back. So, let's see. I want to put this in, but I do not want to break anything on us. Let's see. Let's see. So this is the, what is this? This is the, oh, Gravis Force Blade and the Gravis Autocannon. I don't know if this is a Gravis Force Blade, dude. This is a very different design than any of the other Gravis weapons that they have. So I don't think this is a Gravis Force Blade. I know the gun is a las cannon, so it's a Gravis cannon. They're saying. I don't know if they're just like throwing stuff on the on the page. Oh man, this one's gonna be a pain. The thing that I'm worried about sticking this cannon in is the shoulder pad, because on my Furiosa, the shoulder pins broke on one of them. So I'm just very cautious about trying to stick this in. How far in does this go? Yeah, it goes all the way in. Doesn't it? I don't think so. I think this is... See, that's the thing I'm worried about. I'm trying to stick it in too far. What do they show on the box? And they don't show. And it looks like this goes all the way in. Looks like I don't have it all the way. I'm just worried about breaking this. Yeah, this definitely is supposed to go all the way in. I think I'm gonna heat this up though. This is super, this is not that it's brittle, but I'm just not comfortable trying to stick this in there. But this looks so awesome, dude. In person, this thing looks amazing. Look at that. Granted, I know it looks like it could be put out for Christmas, but this thing looks awesome, dude. Gravis Force Blade. He's got his he's got a autocannon in his hand. Is that what that is? I don't think that's a flamer or an incinerator. And he's got the Gravis autocannon on the, I'm sorry, not I guess that's a bolter in his hand, right? It doesn't look like a flamer or anything, but this looks awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And what's interesting too is his joints are nice and smooth. Oh yeah, dude. Again, this is, I haven't seen any kind of design like this for, and we'll take out the Blood Angel one to compare it to. We'll open this up, which I just had. And here's the Blood Angel one. And this one's cool. But, man, dude, this Thousand Sun one. Look at that. This is the Blood Angel one. This is the only Dreadnought that I've ever seen with a jump pack, right, on his back. I've never seen this before. This is the first one I've ever seen. But these are awesome, dude. Very cool. Gravis Force Blade, and he's got the claws, and those are definitely bolters on the inside of his hand. I don't know if that's a heavy bolter or what the hell that is, or a flamer on the inside of his hand. So this looks really cool. Very cool. The drip, dude, absolutely, dude. The drip is insane on this guy. Oh my god. Yeah, like I said, I saw they had him out on display, and I was just like, I know I said I'm not collecting Thousand Suns, but I'll do it for Lone. Lone, I did this purchase for you because I knew you would appreciate this. So this is cool. Yeah, very cool. Very happy with this pickup. I'm gonna have to heat this arm joint though, and try to stick the Gravis cannon the rest of the way in there. Unless I can get this in there. Yeah, because this thing is not moving. It's supposed to be able to move, and I don't want to like twist it on the point. Yeah, this, I have to heat this up. I feel like I gotta heat this up, but this is cool. I'm very happy with this purchase. So this is one of my purchases from New York Comic Con. Granted, it's not an exclusive, but JOYTOY didn't have any exclusives for New York Comic Con. They weren't even going to be there originally. So this is awesome that they actually had some Warhammer JOYTOY stuff there. So very cool. Sanguinius is dancing. Alright, so we'll put him back in here as his chest piece is coming off. There we go. So yeah, so I am going to be at Legion's Con in New Jersey. I think it's November 7th and 8th. It's a Saturday and a Sunday. And I think I'm going to try to do, I'll try to load up my OBS on my laptop, and I'll try to bring my laptop with me. Maybe we'll do the show from, we're going to do the show from Legion's Con, Toy Hammer After Dark, either Saturday or Sunday. With Recon is going to be there, as well as Carlos from Badass Reviews, and we'll have Emil Wickman who's going to be there, and I think we're definitely going to do the show from there, so that'll be fun. But this looks so cool, dude. I'm very happy that I picked this up. So my question to you guys is, do you want to see JOYTOY make like some con exclusives? Like, let's say next year, I don't think they even went to San Diego Comic-Con this year, but do you want to see some JOYTOY con exclusives? They can just be recolors of existing figures. Like, they don't have to be like special figures. Maybe a recolor of, I don't know, some Ultramarines or something like that. It wouldn't be a specific figure that you can't get somewhere else, but would you like to see, because I would like to see more of a presence of JOYTOY in the American market in these cons. I would like to see a heavier presence of them in that regard. That's what I would like to see. So move the camera a little bit closer. It's only a matter of time. Still Lone, you're not converting me. This Contemptor Dreadnought looks so cool in person, dude. I absolutely had to have it. I mean, it would be really cool, but my FOMO would be a problem. Yeah, like I said, it would be. I think the reason why I say this is because Warhammer has con exclusives that travel. So they have miniatures that are always at the con. I think it's 3. Like, I think there's a Tyranid, a Space Marine, and another one. But they're con exclusive miniatures for that year that are always available at every con. So I would like to see something, because that would mean that we would see JOYTOY at more conventions, toy conventions essentially, or shows, right? Near Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, or other stuff. PAX, etc. I know that they're having the Grand Narrative, which, by the way, I was invited to. I was invited to by the Warhammer guys. They were like, "Are you going to the Grand Narrative in Atlanta?" And I was like, I would love to, but I also love being married and I love my wife, so I know that I would get divorced if I tried to do that, because that's in November. So the fact that I just went to San Diego Comic-Con and I left my wife with the 2 kids, and one is 4 and one is 8, was if I tried to pull that, then yeah, Wraith would be not married anymore, and I don't want to be. So, but this is cool. I'm very happy about that I picked this one up. What else are we gonna do? I think that we're gonna close it out there. I think tomorrow night I'll set up, because now it's bugging me because I want to figure out why I don't have the first sanguinary guard. So tomorrow night we'll do the opening of these new Blood Angel figures, because I already have a display for them. So we'll do the, actually, what do you think? Should I do these now? I feel like I want to do these now. What time is it? 12:30. What did we start this at? 11:30? It's only an hour. What do you guys think? Should I open up a couple of the Blood Angel figures right now? I think I should. I think I should open up all. You know what, we're gonna do this. We're gonna open up the Blood Angels figures. I opened up this one and that's not enough. It's not enough, I say. So we're gonna have to open up a couple more figures. So this is awesome. Where am I gonna put this for now? We'll put this next to Shuma Gorath. I think that's, dude, that is so cool. I definitely have to get 1,000 Suns display. I also have to put some lights up in the ceiling so that it's easier to see shine down, especially Angron and the World Eaters. I have the display over there. So we got all the World Eater figures and Angron displayed. So I gotta get some more lights in here to shine down. So yo, what's up, Chobu? We're gonna do a couple more. I think we're gonna do, dude, it is really bugging me. I don't know why I did not get the Sanguinary Guard 1. I thought I ordered them all. Sanguinary Guard 1. I got the 2 ones with the spears. I bought the one with the banner. I thought I bought, I don't know why. I definitely wouldn't have not bought the 3 of them, especially 40K. I know with the original Sanguinary Guard, I didn't buy the ones with the masks that didn't look like the Sanguinor. Oh shit, that's the other thing we have coming. I bought 2 of the Sanguinors figures. We have those are more Blood Angel shit. Where am I gonna put those? So we got 1 display for that, and then I guess I can move the other 30. I'm gonna have to move the other 30K figures over. I can move stuff around, yeah, because I figure that I want to get the Sanguinor, as I'm pointing to shit that you guys can't see. I want to get the Sanguinor right below Sanguinius. So right here essentially is where I want the Sanguinor to go. I bought 2 of him, and then I'm missing 1 of the Sanguinary Guard. I gotta figure out where that other one went. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know why. I would have ordered all 3 of them. So anyway, that's fine. We're gonna put these to the side. We're not gonna open the new Space Marine Collector's Edition figures. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow night. We'll do Paint Stream. We'll do Cypher tomorrow night. And then we'll do a couple of the Sanguinary Guards right now. We'll do the Captain, and then we'll do 2 of the Sanguinary Guards. And then tomorrow night, we'll do the Captain in the non-gold armor. We'll do the Sanguinary Priest tomorrow night, and we'll do Cypher tomorrow night. So that's the plan for tomorrow night, and then you guys can laugh at me as I try to paint a mini. So later alone. So all right, so let's start with, this is the Captain. So again, I think these went up for pre-order in July. Somebody can check me on that. I think this was July that these went up for pre-order. So again, we got the stand. Oh, this looks cool. Awesome. So we'll put him here. Very cool. Oh, this is nice. I gotta check the height. I think that somebody was saying, oh, these have the smell. Oh yeah. Oh, it's the cloak. Remember that if you've ever collected any of the JOYTOY figures and they have the rubber, especially the early figures, they smelled like horrible diesel. So this has a little bit of that smell, not too much, not as bad as the other ones. So this is the captain. It looks like a Sanguinor, the Sanguinary Guard captain, but this is the captain. He looks cool. His head looks, I don't know, his head looks a little tiny. But here's his bolter, his heavy bolter that he comes with. That looks cool. Does his magazine come out? Nope, magazine does not come out. But this looks cool. We got the Blood Angel teardrop. If Ink was in here, he would definitely appreciate this. But this is the gun. This is heavy bolter. That's a heavy bolter pistol, right? Yeah, heavy bolter pistol. And then we get his power sword, which all of the Blood Angel figures have awesome looking power swords. It's very painted over with a black, almost like a very dark gray in the middle. I mean, I guess it's to really bring out that power right there, the blue of the power blade of the power sword. But yeah, I feel like I like the smell of JOYTOY figures. I knew you would, Falling. By the way, I saw your review on or your video on Horus, so he's awesome, right? So we already have a gripping hand for his power sword, and he looks really cool. Angelus on his left shoulder, very smooth as far as like the armor and the feel. And then here he is. And there's his power sword, and then he's got the only weird thing about this wing on his shoulder is when he lifts up his shoulder, the wing looks a little bit weird, right? I remember when I saw this, I was like, oh, that's gonna look funky, and it does look a little bit weird when he's lifting this hand, especially if he's, I guess having the sword in this hand will help alleviate that, because he's gonna be like this, he's gonna have it straight. And then the heavy bolter pistol will put already on his pistol grip hand. And these are the more malleable hands. So this looks cool, and it's very easy to get into his hand. So here's his heavy bolter. I don't know why that head is bugging me out though. I feel like this head is too small. Feels like he got tiny head syndrome. But he looks cool, and then he's got the cloak already attached to his back, so the power pack is not holding a la, was it Castellan Garen Crow, and even some of the, was it Dorn had that thing too, where he had the cloak on the back, where essentially the power pack was holding it on. So here's his power pack. Oh, and it fits so nice and smooth. The only problem when they fit this easy on, I worry that it's gonna be loose. Alright, and then the power ports on his power pack. That looks cool. By the way, my power pack looks awesome. My life-size power pack looks amazing, but this looks good. And he's got the Blood Angel teardrop on his back. And here he is on his legs too. He's got the angel wings, and he's got the teardrop on his, was that his right leg? Yeah, that's his right leg. So he looks cool, other than the fact I feel like his head's too small. We'll have to do a comparison, especially when I start taking out the Sanguinary Guards. Dude, this is bugging me. I don't know what happened. Why don't I have all of the Sanguinary Guard figures? I thought I would have ordered all of them. I don't know what the deal is. So he comes with a display stand, which we're going to use because he's going to go in the cabinet, and I don't feel like having him fall over all the time. So he looks cool. Yeah, I'm going to have the heavy bolter pistol in his hand pointing, so that will alleviate the issue with the other shoulder blade, the shoulder pad with the half of or the one angel wing on there. So he looks cool. Again, the only thing I'm worried about is the small head, which I feel... No. You know what it is? The first run Sanguinary Guard figures, the heads are so much bigger. And those figures are based on the older models of the Warhammer minis. And those older models have much more big and bulky proportions. So this is more lifelike proportions to an actual, well, I know these are not humans, but you know, type of human proportions. So this looks cool. Yeah, I guess the head's not too small. So yo, what's up, Sonny? Golden armor gets ruined too easily in battle. Well, they just have to constantly clean it off. That's what they have to do. Alright, so we got the first Sanguinary Guard. I don't know why I only have 2, but we'll figure that out afterwards. Maybe they didn't send it to me yet. Maybe it's still on order. I don't know why that is, though. I think everybody else has gotten them. So we got Sanguinary Guard 2. And I said, well, oh, he comes with a flame. Oh, these, that's right, because of these are the Sanguinary Guards. So these guys have, these are the updated miniatures, which came out about 1.5 years ago from Games Workshop. So yeah, the heads are the same. The heads are the same size. It's just the earlier versions of the Sanguinary Guard with the huge angel wings. That's what's throwing me for a loop here. So he looks cool, and he's got the single bolter on his wrist. This would make an awesome cosplay. I want to see somebody do this, and when I get him fully on, I'll explain. But here he is. This is Sanguinary Guard 2. We got the single bolter on his wrist. Very cool. By the way, unless you're a Grey Knight, do you have double bolters on your wrist? So he's got the single bolter. He can't handle the power of double bolter. Only Grey Knights can. So, and here is his very cool looking. Oh, this is cool. So here's his spear. Is this yeah, in Carmine spear. So this looks cool. And we got the purity seal on there. Very cool. And there's the back side of it. They put anything on the, yeah, they put some wash on the back side of the purity seal. So both sides we have the Blood Angel blood teardrop. Very cool. And this is the first time we've gotten an Carmine spear, because the previous Sanguinary Guard figures all came with, like, yeah, they came with axe. One has an axe and the rest have like almost like sabers. So, and here is the power jump pack of the Sanguinary Guard. So this one obviously, so on the newer model compared to the older model, let me grab one of the older ones and you guys can see the difference. I know there was like a lot of uproar between this when they came out with this, and the Sanguinary Guard figures lost their wings. So here's Dante. So let's take Dante out. So here's Dante, and then here is the captain. Right, and so actually they're the same size. Oh yeah, Dante, and because one of the things that happened was when the Space Marine 3 figures came out, Dante was really tiny compared to those. And again, those are in different scale. But these, the older not older, but you know, not as recently released Dante figure is not out of scale at all with the captain. Oh yeah, and the heads are very, the heads fit. So Dante doesn't have the oversized head of the previous releases. So he looks awesome. So this is awesome. I'm very happy with this shit. Now I definitely have to get, I don't know why I didn't get the first Sanguinary Guard, but we're definitely going to fix that shit. But here is the captain, which looks awesome. And then as I lost I lost what I was doing for a second, but here's the power pack on here, and then this is what I wanted to show you. So again, this looks so much more impressive. Look at the difference. So we got, this is the Sanguinary Guard, right? Previously, look at the look at the size of this thing. Look at his wings. Look at how awesome that looks. Look at the size of the power pack. That engine is humongous, dude. Dude. And then this is now again, this is based on the Mini. They upgraded the Mini, or they came out with a new Mini last summer, and this is the new Mini, right? This is the new model. Here's the old model. Here's the new model. I know that they said, I think it was Angeron, ripped off all the wings of the Sanguinary Guard, and so that is it from a lore perspective. I believe that's what happened. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's why none of the Sanguinary Guard have these big, beautiful wings anymore, right? It's because Angeron ripped them off. So here is the Sanguinary Guard old one, and here's this. It looks like rabbit ears, right? We got it looks like the Dark Angels, right? The rabbit ears helms on those Dark Angels, but that's what these wings look. I don't even know if you can call these wings. These are flaps for the power pack, but I mean, shit, dude. Like, I don't know about you. I know this is extravagant, but I don't know. I love these figures. I think these will always be a part of my collection. Always, always, always. These wings look amazing. Granted, the buck is a lot more bulky, right? Because it's based upon the old Mini. But this looks awesome, dude. I don't know about you guys. What do you guys think? Do you like the old one better, or do you like the new one? You tell me. Let me know. Alright, so we're going to put him back. I'm actually really happy with Dante, though. Holy shit. Dante looks really cool with the new... He fits perfectly in with the... Here's Dante with the new Sanguinary Guard. He fits perfectly in with that, dude. That looks as big as Sanguinius' spear. It does. Older Sanguinary Guard are way better. Yeah, I agree. Falling down. I think so, too. Wings downsized, figure upsized. Yeah, I mean, well, kind of. It's not as big and bulky, right? It's more proportionally done, right? But here we go with Dante and the new Sanguinary Guard. I'm super happy because I thought I was going to need them to do a new Dante figure. They don't. They don't need to do a new Dante figure, so... Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, looking at the Sanguinary... looking at his spear is definitely bigger than this, but this looks cool. Old is the best, yeah. I like them both. Yeah, that's true. That's true too. So he has a... That's weird. They put a pistol grip finger on him, but he does not have a pistol. So he just comes with his spear. So we're gonna have to swap this out because he should not be coming with that. And we're gonna throw a gripping hand in, or should I do no, gripping hand should be here. You know what, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? He has a gripping hand on his single bolter, his wrist bolter, but we're gonna take that off and we're gonna put a fist, because if you notice in any of my cosplay pictures, like, I don't know, you don't want to have a limp wrist when you're shooting your your wrist mounted bolter. So we're gonna put a fist on here. We're not gonna have an open hand on this once we pull the peg off. Nope, did not. So we're gonna put a fist hand on his... Is this a fist for this one? Yeah. We're gonna do a fist on the single bolter on his wrist. This won't work. Yep. I do appreciate with the new figures how easy it is to get these hands on. You don't have to heat them up. So awesome. So there we go. We got the fist for his single bolter. Oh, this looks so much better. Look at that. I'm gonna shoot you in the face. So yeah, so this looks cool. Swapping this out for the fist. And then... Oh, actually, you know what? I have a question. I actually should have put that in the thing, but I'll just ask you guys. If you won a contest by CG Armorers, okay? Let's say they did a contest, right? Let's say I did a contest. One of you guys won the contest, and you got a $5,000 limit for a cosplay of any figure that you want that's available, because it has to be a figure by JOYTOY, so that you can give them or tell them that this is what I want, and then instead of the miniature they can base it on the figure, which is a lot easier. What, tell me in chat, if you won the contest for a free CG Armorers cosplay, custom fit to you, because that's what they did with me. I went to a tailor, and I took, dude, it was like 150 different measurements. So they custom built it to fit me, which is why it looks so good. It didn't look proportionally odd or anything. If you won the free one, what would you pick? What figure would you pick? I already know Sonny would definitely pick one of the Iron Hands. He'd probably pick the Terminator. Well, so first of all, what figure would you pick, right? And then second, would you want to have stilts, or would you want it like what I did, which is just power armor, and it adds about 4 or 5 inches to your height, right? What would you guys, first of all, what would you pick? What would you pick if you won the contest? I'm very interested to know, because I want to see if you guys would pick Primarchs, if you would pick figures that are, you know, normal standard figures, power armor variants. What would you pick, and what would you go with? I would, if I won a contest, I would go with another power armor variant. I would definitely go with another power. Actually, you know what I would do? I'd probably go with a Blood Angel, and I'd probably go with the Sanguinary Guard, or probably the Captain. I wouldn't go with like a named character, Dante or anything like that, just because I don't know. I don't want to. I'd rather have something more representative of me to make it more more custom for me. So we got Falling Upwards, Lord of Vonicus, but I don't think they've got the abs for it. So maybe the Tyrant Siege Terminator of the eye. Oh my god. So alright, so Falling. So here's a question for you. So Lord of Vonicus, I think he is power armor. Yeah, he does. You would need to have the abs for that. But Lord of Vonicus is in power armor, so that's not terrible. So you're saying a Terminator, right? Now Terminators, that's why I didn't go with Terminator, because I didn't want to wear stilts. So would you wear stilts? I know that there's a cosplayer who's in, I think, Argentina, who is pretty famous on TikTok and on Instagram, I think it is, for his World Eater cosplay. Oh, this looks so cool. Oh man, I will say I do miss them having the larger wings, but the proportions on this figure are just absolutely awesome. It looks so much better. I still love my old Sanguinary Guard figures, but look at this, dude. In hand, this is awesome. And then here's his jump pack, and then the exhausts move left and right, or up and down rather, right? And then the wings go down. Such a cool, dude. That's the thing with JOYTOY, man. They are just getting better and better with their quality of figures. Like, they are upping every time they come out with a release. They're getting better and better. No loose joints, nothing falling off the figure, no problems. Watch as I turn, something's gonna fall off. But no problems with this figure at all. This is awesome, dude. Absolutely awesome. I love this figure. So he comes with flight stand, and this is the standard flight stand that we know. I'll have to grab my screwdriver here in a minute, because I think this is the standard. Yeah, this is going to be the standard flight stand that they have Of course you can be an orc. Of course, so Cyber Rat, Cypher, or another Dark Angel, maybe a Deathwing Knight, a Termi, Stilts, either way. So you would go a Terminator, and you would do Stilts, right? Of course you could be an orc, Chocobo. Of course, if that's what you want to do, absolutely. And they've made orc JOYTOY figures, so 100% you could be an orc, or an AL Praetor Terminator, dude. You would be tall as hell in that, dude. That would be crazy. I could try out, or platform boots underneath. Absolutely. So there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of different options that you can go with to add height. My only problem with adding height, that much height, is your legs are going to look proportionally odd. So you're going to have to make the arms, oh man, my arm still hurts, dude. You're going to have to make the arms proportional to the legs, which is going to look a little bit weird, or you're going to look like you have T-Rex arms. So that's my only problem with adding the height, which is why I wanted to go with the Grey Knight Interceptor in that cosplay, because I didn't want to, first of all, I didn't want to deal with stilts, because I knew that I was going to be in that cosplay for a long ass time, right? And I knew with stilts, like, that probably wasn't going to be an option, right? Because I've never done stilts before, but I could imagine that it's harder to just stand there on stilts, because I don't know, I figure it would be way more tiring. So yeah, I think that'd be awesome. Like I said, if I won a contest, I would go with the captain. I would go with this dude, or the new Sanguinary Guard. I wouldn't go with a named figure though, like the Praetor. And that's just me. Like, I know Falling, you said you go with Lord of Onicus, and that's cool too. I've never seen a Lord of Onicus cosplay. I've seen a couple. Like I said, when I went to Comic-Con, seeing the full family, all little kids in the cosplay of the Astra Militarum was really cool, dude. It was really, really cool. Seeing the Emperor of Mankind cosplay was awesome. There were some other Inquisitors there. That was cool. And then the next day there was a couple more really cool cosplays from New York Comic Con for Warhammer 40K. So, but all right, so we got his flight stand. So this is cool. What's interesting, I don't know, do you guys think they need to redesign their flight stands? I've said this before when we were doing the Sanguinary Guard figures. These are less bulky than those figures. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like we need to have a redesigned flight stand for these figures. I don't know. I guess I never tried this. Do you guys ever go underneath the power pack for the flight stands? Falling, what do you do? Do you ever do underneath the power pack? Or do you always do just around the waist? Because I normally do just around the waist with these. I haven't had a problem with any of the figures falling off. It's just a little bit odd to tighten this at this angle. And that's hard because if you want to adjust anything, like, you have to go through the whole rigmarole of like taking this off and then adjusting it back. We're gonna do it like this. I mean, it holds, it definitely holds, but I just feel like we can get, it's gonna be a pain in the ass, this one. I feel like we could get this designed better, especially because we haven't had any redesigns on these flight stands yet. So I feel like we can get these redesigned a bit better. Oh man, this is the problem. Sometimes these don't tighten enough, and so even with this figure not weighing that much, it's hard, and I don't want to strip these. So here we go. So this is going to be him on his flight stand. Alright, So this looks cool. So he's gonna go on that top level. So we got those two. I gotta put Dante back in just a minute too. So we got the Sanguinary Guard. That was Sanguinary Guard 2. And we're gonna do Sanguinary Guard 1 now. Oh no, Sanguinary Guard 3. So this is another in Carmine Spear. Did they all? Can somebody tell me in the chat, did all 3 of them come with the Incarmine Spear? Oh, I'd actually go with the Heimar. Oh my god. You go with Helbrick? Oh my god, dude. That I would steer clear of named characters. But Helbrick would be a crazy cosplay. You just have to make sure that is done really right. Because there is a lot on that cosplay. There's a lot. There's a lot of stuff to get right. So I would be careful with that one. That's why I went with the JOYTOY, with the Interceptor from JOYTOY, because even the miniature that was based on it doesn't have a ton to it, right? So you can really try to accentuate what's there and make that really good. And so you don't have a lot of extra things sitting on the cosplay that you have to worry about. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to go as simple as possible with the Grey Knight Interceptor. And I think it came out good. But that would be cool, dude. Helbrick would just have to be, man, that would be one hell of a, if you got that, if they did it right, which I think CG Armors would do it right, you would just have to, yeah, you just have to make sure you hit a home run with that, because there's a lot to that cosplay. There's a lot to that uniform. So I put the hook behind the power back. You do, okay. Maybe I'll do that on the next one. So here is the Sanguinary Guard 3. And this one, do me a favor, Falling. Tell me, does the Sanguinary Guard 1, does he come with a spear or does he come with a sword? Because I feel like if maybe I made the decision to not get that figure? I don't know. I don't know why I would have, though. I thought I would, I don't know. But here is Sanguinary Guard 3. Nearly identical to 2. Right. Both have the angel with the teardrop on the shoulder. On the right shoulder, we got Angelus on here, and we got Baal on here, representing their home planet. And this one's cool as shit. Oh man, look at this. This was so cool. Oh man, actually, you know what? I want 2 of these. So maybe I'll order. I'm gonna have to order the. First of all, I'm gonna look at the LT Cave order that I put in, and maybe they haven't shipped number 1 yet, which is be weird. But if I didn't get him, I'll put that order in, and then I'll put a second order for another one of these. This banner, look, this spear with the banner looks so cool. That looks awesome, dude. The spear is the same as the other spear. It's missing the purity seal, but this looks so cool. And that's one of the problems when they have the banners, is that they're so big, it's literally takes over the entire figure with what he's holding. So, but here he is. So again, very similar to the first one. We're gonna do it already. We're gonna swap out the hands. We're gonna put a fist on his single bolter on his wrist. This is a fist? No, it's not. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. So right hand. By the way, this is the other thing that's cool. Now that I have the hand off, you can see it a little bit easier. When he's looking from the front, you see how the magazine, the bolter magazine, is curved around his wrist? That is such a cool design. That is so cool. Especially, so I played a lot of paintball and stuff, so seeing a design like this, right, looks so, it's so cool, because like this would be something that I would want, especially on a wrist-mounted bolter, right? I have it with my cosplay, and the magazine sticks out to the side, so this is really cool that they made it curved on the inside with this design. Again, this is the new mini that came out, so very cool. And actually on the older ones, so the older ones, they have a Inferno bolter, or I mean Inferno pistol, or wrist-mounted Inferno blaster, and then they have the bolters. Oh, they have underneath magazine, so they have like it's like a drum mag underneath on the older ones. But this is cool. I love the clip. I love the magazine being curved like that underneath the wrist of the figure. That's really awesome. Or on the, I mean, it's on the mini where they first had this come out. So looks too much like something out of AOS. Do you think so? These ones? I mean, these were Sanguinary Guard. These are so old school. I mean, I took out the ones before with the old school ones with the massive wings. They look like something definitely out of AOS or the old school when it was just Warhammer Fantasy. But these look cool. Again, I love the huge over-the-top angel wings, but yeah. I'm a heretic. Do not have any JOYTOY Space Marines. I have Orcs, Cerritos, and Necrons. Oh, that's fine. What do you think? You know what? I don't have any Orcs or Necrons in my collection. One of the guys, OP in our Discord, he picked up a couple Necrons, I think, or he showed one of the Necrons that he has. And the Necrons were released early, just like with the Orcs. So I'm thinking of possibly, maybe for Black Friday, I'll see if I can pick up some Necrons. Maybe they'll have some on, what is it, AliExpress for sale? Because I don't think there's any on Amazon. I'll have to check, and I'll put them in my my cart. Just in case we get any Black Friday sales, I'll be able to pick those up. Because I think I want to grab some Necrons, because I don't have those. Especially now that I'm more engaged in the lore. I think that'll be cool. So again, here we go. This is the updated. Does he have bigger wings? No. So here's again the updated jump pack with the smaller wings compared to the previously older version of these, but very cool. And then we're going to throw his Encarmine Spear with this awesome looking banner in his hand, and we'll check this out and see how this looks. Very cool. And it's not overly heavy either. Look at that. Very cool. Again, the only thing that bugs me is these wings at the top look like bunny ears almost. Maybe I'll fold them down a little bit. But that kind of takes away, I don't know. What do you think? Should I keep the wings up for his exhaust, his back exhaust? I don't know. I think this is awesome, but I really, really wish, I know from a lore perspective, we were talking before, Angron ripped all or destroyed all the Sanguinary Guard with their wings, so they don't have any more of them, but I really wish they were able to incorporate previously on the mini something different, because these exhaust wings look kind of funky weird. So Necrons on Amazon are insanely expensive. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You can't be a heretic if you've got the Sisters of Battle in the mix. Adeptus Sororitas of Fierce Zealots. Yo, what's up? Go for painting. Hello, sir. Show me the Krieg. I do have a ton, dude. I have a ton of Krieg figures. I just haven't gotten to putting them out in the display. So this is a brand new display area that I've set up. We've got the Grey Knights in the middle. We got all of my Black Legion on this side. We have up here. We have. Oh, I'll probably show you. Let me show you the camera. So we got Angron. We got the World Eaters here. We got the Black Legion over here. Let me try to take this around. There we go. So we got this, and then we got Black Legion over here. We got World Eaters here. We got Angron, who looks awesome there. We got my Grey Knights display. Again, all the Black Legion there. And then we got all the Blood Angels here. The older version, which look awesome, of the Sanguinary Guard there. We got Sanguinius. And then we're going to get to the Krieg. And we're going to get to all of my Adeptus, or was it all of my Cadian figures, which I have a ton of. So they're gonna go over in this area here. Shit, man, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough display area. Actually, I will. And then we also got the House Ravenguard Knight, which I just got the shipping notice from LT Cave today, so that's going to be coming in 2 weeks. So we're going to have another massive opening, and that's going to go next to the other Imperial Knight here. So, and I have all of the Krieg figures, and I have extra Krieg figures thanks to Sunny. Sunny knows that I have Krieg figures. So we'll do Krieg figures, and we'll do all of my Cadian forces, which I have a ton of. If you guys want, you can look on my channel. I have a review of all of my Cadian figures with the Krieg figures, actually, on that review on my channel. So if you guys are interested, but we'll bust out the Krieg figures in a couple weeks. We'll have those up on display. So here we go. So this is number 3 of the new Sanguinary Guard. We'll do his flight stand here, and we're going to call it a night. And then I am going to look at why I didn't order Sanguinary Guard 1. I don't know why. I did that before with the World Eaters. I forgot to order the... I don't know. I feel like I ordered them. I feel like it's just wasn't sent out or something. I'm going to have to look. It's weird because I would have assumed that it was sent out. There wouldn't have been any reason why. Did anybody in the chat get Sanguinary Guard 1 already? I think that they sent them out. I think they were released. I'll have to look at my order. So got a great deal on Amazon for the Necrons, but that was years ago. Is that the pre-sale on the Sons of Horus Champions and Apothecary for 3 characters? No, so the I have the Sanguinary Guard. So the Apothecary figures should be coming. No, I did not. I got shipping notice on Little Horus. I got shipping notice on all the other figures from that Little Horus wave, but the ones with the iron, with the Imperial Fists, Apothecary, and the Sons of Horus Apothecary. Oh, actually, no, you're right. Actually, those were... So I did get a notice on the shipping of that. So probably in about 2 weeks, a week and a half, I'll get those. So yeah, so Jacobeans, I'll be getting those soon. But this one is the I think these were from July. So these were all the Blood Angel figures in July, minus the Sanguinary, the Sanguinor, right? So... But this looks cool. I'm missing one of the Sanguinary Guard figures, which I have to figure out why I'm missing him. So, falling upwards. So you put it underneath the power pack, right? So let's try that. Maybe that is the way I should be doing this. This doesn't feel secure though. Oh, maybe it is. So we'll bend his legs and his feet. So we'll put it like this. And then we'll bend this back. Oh, he can get some real height with this. Holy shit. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. See, falling, it's a good thing I had you in the chat to tell me this. Oh, this banner spear. This is going to be a little bit of a problem where I'm having him situated in the display. But this looks cool. Oh, yeah. You know what? Maybe I'm going to do this with all of my flight stand figures. Stick it under the power pack. That looks cool. And I put the bit back to tighten it. Let me do this again. But this looks cool. I'm definitely going to do that. Definitely going to do that. Necron's Combat Patrol look pretty stacked. Yeah. $35 is a good price for Champion. Praetor Trim. Yeah. Again, I picked up all of those minus the Imperial Fists Apothecary. That was the only figure I didn't buy that was released in that wave. So, by the way, next week, guys, we're supposed to... The rumor is we're going to get Death Guard. We're going to get Death Guard figures. So then I'm going to have to break my rule. Because I said I was only collecting 3 of each Legion. Because I'm 1000% getting the Death Guard. 1000%. Because in Chaos Gate Demon Hunter, all the Grey Knights fight are Death Guard, and they kick the shit out of them. And then there's 2 stories of Kaldor Dragor. Well, there's a story, the audio drama book, which is one of the best, called Mortarian's Tears, and that is the story of Kaldor Dragor. Granted, I know he's not a mini anymore. He's put out to pasture in the 10th edition codex, but I don't think that's the last we're gonna see or hear from Kaldor Dragor. This looks cool. Actually, falling upwards, now I owe you something, because I should have been doing this all along with my figures. Should have been putting the clasp underneath the power pack. So this looks cool. Look at that. Very cool. Very, very cool. Look back at the chat. Go for painting. Take a look for the Budapest Comic-Con report. Oh, cool. All right, I'll take a look. Still no Ferris? No Ferris Manus yet. I'm eager to see Perturbo in one of those shelves. Heretic or not, dude, Perturbo's coming soon. Perturbo's coming soon. And I have the 2 Terminators for the for his buddies, which we'll do an opening and we'll do a display at the same time on. So that should be fun. His armor puts many to shame. It helps the stands a bit. I'm so down for the Death Guard. I do owe you something though. So this looks cool. Dude, Death Guard's gonna be crazy. Especially it's gonna be 40k with all of the mutations and everything on that armor. I know with the Chaos, the Black Legion, like we get a lot of mutations and stuff like that. Not so much on the World Eaters, but the Death Guard, dude, that's gonna be crazy because we're gonna get, I would think if we get 8 figures for the Death Guard, right? Let's say we get 8, just like the World Eaters. Let's say we get 8 power armor Death Guard figures, right? We get Mortarion and we get 8 of those, because I don't think we're gonna get Terminators right away. I think we'll kind of get the rollout that they did with Angron and the World Eaters. So I think we're gonna get 8 Death Guard figures, maybe 1 officer or captain within the Death Guard, and then we're gonna get Mortarion. So, and then Mortarion's gonna be absolutely insane, dude. With his wings, the way, and we've already gotten representative with how Angron is, dude, it's gonna be crazy. But this looks cool. Very awesome. Very, very cool. So we're gonna put these in the display. Let's see. Can you guys see? I'm gonna have to move this. Let me move this a little bit. Actually, can I just put this over here? Is this gonna be too close? Let's see. Let's see. No. I have to move it down a little bit. So we'll let you look at the Grey Knights a little bit while I lower this. Because of course the Grey Knights. So we're going to put right where that banner is. We're going to open this up. By the way, if you didn't see before, Sunny. So I bought this from Comic-Con because JOYTOY was there. So this is the Contemptor Dreadnought of the Thousand Suns. Dude, this thing looks so cool. And then we did the other thing I bought. I didn't get this from Comic-Con, but I bought this from Hasbro Pulse, specifically because we don't have any more. We don't have any other demons or anything. But this is Gargantos or Shumagorath. But I bought him. Dude, his articulated, dude, everything is bendy wires. It's so cool. Dude, he's so huge. His eye blinks. So Shumagorath, not Gargantos, is going to be a Zeech demon as part of my display when I finish up the Thousand Suns. This thing is huge and cool as shit, dude. Very cool. I'm super happy I picked this up. This guy falls down. Please don't fall. Alright, we're going to keep him here. And he's going to help keep that door shut. Alright, so we're going to move this. By the way, I got this from WOG Toys. So this was a Blood Angel custom banner. So now we have really high height on this. Oh, he can fit really far back there too. Very cool. So we're gonna get him back there. We're going to stick him back there. Please don't fall over. Alright, so we got my 2 new Sanguinary Guard figures in there. And then we'll do the captain for now. And then in here, we're also going to get, I'm going to buy another, I'm missing one of the Sanguinary Guards, so we'll buy that, we'll fix that. And then, the wrong way, there we go. And then we're going to open up tomorrow. We have the other captain in all red to open up, so we'll open up him. And then we have the Sanguinary Priest. So those will all go in there, along with the other Sanguinary Guard I'm missing. And then the other figures that are coming are going to be 2 of the Sanguinor for the Blood Angels. And I think that that's it. And then we have, the only other thing that's coming from the Blood Angels is going to be the 2 of the Sanguinors, right? I got those coming. And then the Ball Predator tanks. I have 2 of the Ball Predator tanks, and I have 10 of the version 2 Blood Angel Intercessors to go with those. So maybe JOYTOY will release Chaos Demons. Not too, dude. I would love to see them come out with more demons. Look at Angron, dude. They know, they can do it, right? You know they can do it. It's just a matter of, is this gonna sell? or will they make more money with more Space Marine figures, right? We're getting Death Guard, we know that. But yeah, this would be crazy night at the museum. Once I finish up this entire display with you guys, I'll do a normal video going over all of the sections of the display. By the way, the other thing that I have in here too is over here. I don't know if that light is killing it, but we have a massive display for when I do like large figures, or so when we get that Raven Guard Imperial Knight, not Raven Guard, House Raven. Yeah, it's House Raven. It's the red Imperial Knight. But when we get that one, that's where I'm gonna do the review on, so that's nice and big and we can get it in there. So, and we'll change the kinetic sand to probably all red. We'll swap that out for, so we have a nice huge display to do it on. So alright, so we're gonna put the banner here for now. I don't know, man, what do you think? Do you think I should put Dante in there? Think I should grab Dante out of the Sanguinary Guard section, because this is old, right? These are the older Sanguinary Guard. I feel like Dante, because I can get, well, we get one more Sanguinary Guard back there. We have the captain here. Put Dante here for now. Sanguinary Priest here. And then the other red captain here. 2 Sanguinors underneath Sanguinius. I think that would work. We'll put this for here for now. We'll put this Blood Angel banner here. And we'll pull Dante out of the Sanguinary Guard, the old Sanguinary Guard case. And we'll put him over here, because I feel like his scale is way better representative of this. So we'll put Dante front and center here. He also has a flight stand, but I don't have him on a flight stand right now. So this is so gold, dude. this is the gold display. We got gold here, we got gold here, and we got gold here. So the top row is all gold. So we got gold, and then underneath Sanguinius is going to be all we're going to have 2 Sanguinors there. I think I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to have to order another Sanguinary Guard figure, but I don't want to just order one figure, so maybe we'll order 2 more Sanguinor figures, right? We can't just have one. We can't just have 2. Not 2. We're going to do the famous LeBron James saying, not 2, not 3, not 4. We're going to do 4. We're going to do 4 Sanguinors. So, alright, let me get this off the stand. And I think that was a pretty cool stream tonight. So, again, we opened up some... What did we open up? We opened up the... I'll move this over. We opened up him, which we still got to get all of the rest of the Thousand Suns out in Magnus, right? We'll set him up on the display. We open up Gargantos / Shumagarath / a Demon of Tzeentch, and we'll switch this around too. We got a nice eyeball right here, so this is going to be a Tzeentch demon. And then we opened up those 3 in the back, and we put Dante in there. And I think the Blood Angel display is coming along nicely, guys. Very, very nice. Very nice display. So, yeah, so we'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow night. We'll do a bit of a painting stream. We'll open up Sanguinary Priest. We'll open up the other Captain, Blood Angel Captain, the one in the all red armor. And then, what else do we have? We have Cypher that we have to open up from the Dark Angels / I guess he's Chaos, right? So for now, we'll stick him in with my Black Legion figures. Yeah, so we'll have some fun tomorrow night, and maybe we'll do Space Marine 2 as well. So, alright guys, I'm going to call it there. Thank you for jumping on. If you guys have not checked it out already, check out my cosplay or my review from Comic-Con video, which went up a couple of days ago. Let me know if you like it, guys. So, alright guys, I am Wraith. I am out. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you for jumping on. As usual, guys, if you guys like this content, like and subscribe. Alright guys, I'm out. Later, guys.